It's the connection that you build with your audience that comes first, not what you say. It's the connection that you're building, not the content behind what you're saying. This is what trips up everybody with public speaking, because they think that what they say is primary, and it's not. If what you say mattered that much, then you could have just sent it in an email. Email is a way more concise way to say something than public speaking. So clearly, there's something else going on with public speaking. It's not just about the content. It's about the connection that you're building with your audience. It's about that tension that you're holding with your audience. When you pause, there is content in that pause. You realize that, right? There is, of course, content in your message, obviously. But there is also a tremendous amount of content in the pause. The pause is where your humanity is. The pause is where you get a chance to really communicate with your audience. The real communication happens in that pause. We don't realize this. It's actually in the pause where the true communication happens. And so if you actually realize that, like if you let that point sink in, you would never be uncomfortable with a pause again. Beyond just pausing, there should be a real intensity behind your words. You almost want to merge into a word. The word that you say, the word that you say, the word that you say, the word, the word, the word. You need to become the word. The word is who you are. You need to almost make love with the word. The word is your aura. It's your identity. How you say a word. The connection that you build with your audience goes right down to the individual syllables of your words. How you say every syllable will impact your audience's attention. Your audience's attention will be sucked in based on how you're saying the word. One reason why you freeze up a lot when you're speaking is that you put too much of an emphasis on what you're saying and not as much of an emphasis on how you're saying it. You get hung up on the words. The level of the words that you're saying is one level. But there are multiple levels. You are living your whole public speaking career at one level. And that is the level of the words that you're saying. That is where you spend all your time, is the words that you're saying. But there are other levels. There is the level of the nonverbals. Your body language. What are you communicating with your body language? There could be two conflicting messages going on. You could be projecting a message of confidence and certainty with your voice, but a message of timidness and unconfidence with your body. They could be at odds. There needs to be a congruence between what you say, how you say it, and what your body is actually communicating. The script that you've written out, the words, the exact right phrasing that you're trying to memorize, the script, how you're ending, how you're beginning, the points, dot, 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 all arranged in a perfect logical order. You've threaded your thoughts through the speech in the perfect order so that your audience will understand them. But you've totally neglected the nonverbals, your body. And I would include in the nonverbals, by the way, the other aspects of your voice besides just the words. Your tonality, your pausing, your pacing, your pitch, your volume, your expressivity that you communicate through your voice. You've totally neglected that level because you are fixated, you're preoccupied, you're obsessed with the verbal level. You're obsessed. You care too much about what you're saying.